who had 4 hours to evacuate. We're here for the 60 people who were killed before 7 a.m. this morning. We're here for them. And we're here to show the Israeli government that censoring Al Jazeera doesn't stop us from being educated. That's right.
Yeah.
We still see through your lies. From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Intifada revolution.
Intifada revolution.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Intifada revolution.
Intifada revolution.
Intifada, intifada.
Intifada, intifada.
Long live the intifada.
Long live the intifada.
Intifada, intifada.
Intifada, intifada.
Long live the intifada.
Long live the intifada.
Ali, 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 Ali.
Ali,
got some long arms and throwing around to protect the right to our players. That would be great. Long arms that make us circle around the players. I wish that's from the athletes. Thank you.
You guys want to block this and walk in front? That'd be great.
Engage with any counter protester.
Thank you guys so much. I don't know.
Where the liberal feminists at? There's a whole lot of liberal white feminists that had a lot to say, but have nothing to say about a war that has destroyed, literally destroyed IVF centers, that has literally destroyed human embryos, that has killed tens of thousands of people, 2/3 of which are women and children. Where are all the pro-lifers at now?
Fuck them.
The problem is, pro-lifers think all humans have a right to life, but they've decided to believe that Palestinians are not human.
quietly and hide in the corners, but really the difference between Fetterman's policy on funding and facilitating the war crimes in Gaza and what Casey is doing, there's really no separation at all. Casey's up for election in November, and just like we said about President Biden, you must earn our vote. We're not just giving it to you. You have to take the stance to say Israel must end the occupation, must end the war in Gaza. We want all hostages free and all political prisoners free now. Senator Casey, we're Fridays at Fetterman's, but we're standing here now, and we want to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
our tax dollars to Israel for bombs and guns that are killing babies and children and civilians by the tens of thousands. I don't care how mild-mannered you are, how chill and low-key you are, that is unacceptable. In the end, the only thing that matters is your vote in the Senate. And if you're not voting for peace, for human rights, then you're not nice. I don't care, I'm sorry. Fetterman is obnoxious, and Casey isn't, but it's beyond obnoxious to fund the genocidal war with our tax money instead of standing up for peace and human rights. You cannot say that the United States is a beacon of hope and human rights and democracy and vote the way they are voting. It is unacceptable, and I, like many of you, I imagine, are tired of having to vote between the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
How about it? Strike the evil. How about that? Folks, we're going to spread out along the street again and vigil for 10 minutes, and then we'll collect the signs and bid you adieu. Let's,
Professor of History at Baruch College of the City University of New York, and I'm the writer and executive producer of Justice on Trial, the case of Mumia Abu Jamal. I want to thank Sunny Singh for building a tent in this church from about a month. And it is an honor for me to be here with these panelists, and it's an honor for me to speak alongside of the judge. When Larry Krasner was running for office in 2017, journalists in Philadelphia called the DA's office the deep state of the country's infamous criminal justice system. The office responsible for disappearing 36,000 black men from Philadelphia streets. That's why it's called the deep state. The office responsible for making Philadelphia the draconian law and order capital of the country, the district with the highest rate of incarceration of black and brown people in the country. That's Philadelphia. Krasner promised to change this, and he put emphasis on the city's conviction integrity unit, which has exonerated 29 people falsely imprisoned through misconduct, lying, and tampering with evidence on the part of the police to obtain convictions, convicted falsely through the concealment of evidence of innocence on the part of the prosecutors, and convicted falsely through eyewitness misidentification. What Larry Krasner said, he was trying to say a lot of nothing, but he did say that Mumia's case is a microcosm of what was wrong with the city. Mumia's case is truly a microcosm of these violations that I've just outlined, for which he released, Larry Krasner, 29 people. These violations were rampant in the Philadelphia of the 1970s and 1980s. And why were they rampant? Because this was the high point of rogue white supremacy within the DA's office and the police department in Philadelphia. This was the era of Frank Rizzo's reign. This was the era of the McMahon tapes, a reference to the ADA Jack McMahon, who trained prosecutors right here in Philadelphia on how to exclude black people from the jury. Mumia was falsely convicted during this dark period in the history of Philadelphia. We now have a letter, as has been said, from key witness Robert Chobert, in which he is demanding to receive money owed to him by the prosecutor. The prosecutor promised him money in exchange for his testimony. That's called a bribe.
Wow.
We know it signals a Brady violation because Robert Chobert was a kept witness. He was kept at a hotel, he was fed daily, and he was driven to work every night by the police. and brought back to work, and it happened all over again until the end of the trial. We also have a cache of letters from the prosecutor, Joe McGill, to other court officers about another key witness, Cynthia White. These letters request that no decision be made about her outstanding charges before consulting with Joe McGill. We know from another series of documents found recently and filed just this February 22nd that not only was she cleared of charges that would have put her behind bars for more than 20 years for fingering Mumia, she was also allowed the freedom of practicing her trade as a sex worker unperturbed by police. If that's not a Brady violation, I don't know what is. The Brady violation that hasn't made it to any court hearing is the suppression of even clear evidence of innocence. Of even clearer evidence of innocence. And that's the presence of a fourth person at the crime scene, a man by the name of Kenneth Freeman.
Yeah.
We know that there was a fourth person at the crime scene for many reasons. Kenneth Freeman was the business partner of Billy Cook. Both he and Billy Cook were stopped by Officer Faulkner on December 9th, 1981. Why? We don't know. They had just shut down the newsstand they co-owned in Center City. That's why this whole thing started. Billy Cook was driving his Volkswagen, and Kenneth Freeman was in the passenger seat that night. Officer Faulkner asked Billy Cook to get out of his car, and Officer Faulkner started beating up Billy Cook, Mumia's brother, with his walkie-talkie. Mumia happened to be dropping a passenger off nearby, and he looked and saw that his own brother was being beaten by a cop. He approached the scene of the crime and was immediately shot by Officer Faulkner. It was at that point that Kenneth Freeman got out of the passenger seat and shot Officer Faulkner. That's what happened on the night of December 9th, 1981. Officer Faulkner was shot execution style, likely from a distance because it was a clean shot right underneath the eye. The only person at the crime scene with the training to kill anyone in this manner was Kenneth Freeman, a decorated Vietnam veteran. A driver's license application found in Officer Faulkner's shirt pocket led the police straight to Kenneth Freeman, who they picked up the next morning, but the police let him go. We also know that Kenneth Freeman was at the crime scene because his presence was acknowledged by Prosecutor Joe McGill in the trial of Billy Cook, who was also being tried concurrently with Mumia in a separate trial about the same crime scene. But he was tried for assault of a police officer. Billy Cook was tried for assault of a police officer. Mumia was tried for killing the police officer. The presence of Kenneth Freeman at the crime scene was acknowledged at Billy Cook's trial by Prosecutor Joe McGill, but it was concealed in Mumia's trial. And the question is, why? We also know that the fourth person at the crime scene was there because Officer Faulkner's hat was originally seen on top of Billy Cook's car, right above the passenger seat. The Pedro Polikoff photos show that, but Officer Faulkner's hat ended up on the ground, dramatically placed next to a trail of Officer Faulkner's blood because the cops cooked up the crime scene. They moved things around to paint a different picture of what happened that night. Why was the district attorney's office not interested in the Polikoff photographs? Right. Polikoff sent the photographs to the DA's office. Why did the prosecutor, Joe McGill, conceal the presence of Kenneth Freeman at the crime scene? Mm-hmm. All of these are Brady violations, violations that are taken very seriously by prosecutors committed to reestablishing trust between the DA's office and the black communities, it disproportionately locks up. Brady is sacrosanct. Brady is holy because the kind of rank corruption we see practiced by prosecutors like Joe McGill in the case of Mumia, the concealment of evidence of innocence from the defense makes a mockery of the office of the DA. It also leads to sham trials, as the judge explained earlier. When he was elected, Larry Krasner understood that he had to clean up his office if he was going to be taken seriously